Some more Cybercop. I think we sort of got well, we wondered about sort of Amy's here, I think, last time. Sort of, maybe. So we don't want to go teleporting around necessarily this time. We want to find an elevator and see if we can basically gain access to anywhere. I only tried this level and never tried any other options we might have, so I'm going to try to fix that. I think both corners have an elevator. So it looks like, yeah, there's two of them. Just want to make sure there are no cameras there. Okay, elevators are a safe area as far as we're concerned. What options do we have? We visited 5, 4 and G. We're currently at G. Can't go 3, can't go to 2. Go to 1. Yeah, there has to be one thing that increases our security rating here. There's just no getting around that fact. We've had one at 5 and 4, so where's the G one? Problem being, it should show. Okay, do these get respawned? Yeah. Well, if that's the case, I might as well just... Might as well start at the beginning. It has to be this. We have to be able to do something with this. Or do we? There is sort of a... (9831). Maybe we need to find an elevator here. For fuck's sakes, I'm being shot at constantly. Something I need to find here. I've gone through, I think, pretty much all of these options, so that's why I'm terribly hesitant in coming here and trying to ask this would be like a solution to something. I don't see how it could be but it's either this pretty much or nothing, so yeah. I also wonder, do the items on the ground respawn if everything else respawns at these levels? Because I recall that there was at least one health pack near a elevator, so we could basically farm that as necessary for health. I have no answer to that, and I think I should have an answer to that, no matter what the answer is. Well, this is a place. Box storage. We have some of these keys. Haven't been here. Is there an item here? No items. Fairly certain there was an item there at some point. So it would make me think that the items don't respawn, but hostiles and security systems do respawn. Another reason to basically just move. Oh, guards again. Where the fuck are... Oh, there you are. Okay. There's a thingamajig here somewhere that we need to find. This is a lockpick, which is fine, but don't really need it. Don't really see anything. The map should highlight immediately we could locate get close to anything important. That's the entire point of wasting my energy on it. This is another teleportation room, I think. Right, are there multiples of these? I might have been here, but who the hell knows. Wasn't paying that detailed of an attention here before. This was the outside, right? There should be no real enemy. This could be some kind of story. Yeah, there's another teleportation location, I guess. But in and of itself, this area is very small. Teleportation thingamajig, another teleportation thingamajig. But okay, that seems different. Some sort of building. Need a drink. This at least looks promising. I'm pretty sure I haven't been here. Shoot you! Oh, okay. Some energy. Those guys are fairly harmless, they don't really do damage. At least in my armor. Don't have to really be afraid of them. Okay, what do you see? Chemicals. Well, if we find a medkit, this will be valuable. I need something though, I'm running out of energy. There it is. Ah, thank God. We need a key code to get access to it. It should be trivial. Let's try this. Nine 607. Ooh, what is that? I think there's like a floor plating there. There's a way to jump in this game. Yep. I don't recall what it is. 9, 6 something. Probably 9607. No luck this time. I'm using this as a practice for the jumping. It's pretty much impossible because I can't look down. Also, 9607. So this is very much a timing thing. Huge success. Ah. And there was much rejoicing. Now, there's my power. Imagine playing this in a way where you can't let the power ever reach 0. It's certainly doable. The thing is, I feel you'd have to be fairly familiar with the game to be able to pull it off. Alternatively, have a huge amount of extra energy cells with you. Because it's not a minor thing, it's more or less game over. And recharge so quickly. Right. Have to jump again. It's still more luck than anything, I think. I can sort of get the location probably mostly right, but it could fail just as well as succeed. So, we made progress. Here's my computer. I don't think there's anything here for us anymore. At the same time, we've found some chemicals. There could be a medkit somewhere. We found a lot of refills too, and they haven't been. Yeah, I think at the start of the game, I should have tried to buy as many tools as possible. Ignore the refills. You can make do at the start. But you can always get the ammunition for all the tools later. But getting the tools themselves is not very fair. I have nothing against gas, not even damage reduction, so that's one thing, for example, that I'm very much worried about. I think this is just a dead end. There's a barrel in the other room too. There, just so we get the hell out of here. What is this? Pills. I have no idea what pills are. Like, I have no goddamn idea what those even are. The game has a list of items that it just tells you what they do, but they're like the ones you can buy at the start of the game and a couple of others. I think the hologram readers and holograms, which we already have. I have no idea what I'm currently holding or picking up there. I'll hold my ass to an elevator and pause things there. Mainly because of the energy situation. I mean, I have a decent amount of refills, but it was still a sort of a pain in the ass to deal with that. I don't get the energy. I mean, imagine the game without the energy. How would it be worse? I don't get it. I sort of think it's maybe they wanted to make the no. Even the androids have energy. Yeah, I don't get it. It's like having a timer of X minutes and then you have to put the game away for 5 minutes before you can continue. Just who the fuck designs a game like this? Maybe it's something to do with things outside the game, not the game itself, so it's nothing to do with game balance or anything like that. I'm going to go to the... I'm gonna do a suicide run on the path to our right. It looks like it's very well defended. There are enemy spawn spots, I think locations for infrared traps or triggers. And I wonder why this leads to a dead end with a single item inside. There's no other way to get in but through going through this. I'm wondering why is the defenses? What are the defenses here? I have no idea. I want to find out. I'm gonna load after this because it seems like it's a lot of effort in order to get there. A lot of wasted energy. So why? If it's something actually worth it, does it even matter? And I don't want to waste my life or anything to get there. If it's something worthwhile, sure. Med pack or a gas mask, something that kind would be worth it. Something permanent. a refill of something. Right, once we turn to the right after here, that's a dead end with that trap. I don't want to go there. Go there. Again, why does this place exist? At least looking through the computer system, there's no reason to really come here. It's a locked room, it's not an elevator. Elevator would have a white block here. This is a grey one. Might as well use this. By 162. Okay, we're here. Why did we come here? There's a single item. No, 3 items. That looks potentially worthwhile, even if they're just refills. It's for the med kit. We need to repair the chemicals. A lot of bullshit. Yeah, it's not just the graphics that are god awful and the frame rate that's pathetic. So a lot of grenades. I don't. Yeah, well, let's repair their grenade. I don't know if this is worth it. I mean, I have no use for the grenades really. At least not now. Just don't know. Can I use a keypad? Naturally no, because this is not a PC game. So mostly we lost a little bit of energy, which is mostly harmless. I mean, I can just, especially since I'm going to end the session here, so I'm basically going to just rest up anyway. It is entirely harmless. I didn't have to drink. I might have to drink once, but that's not that big a deal. My basic fear is with the energy that I might be forced into a situation where I more or less have to rely just on the rest to have enough energy to continue playing. Hopefully I'm being a bit paranoid about that. There's a trap here. Definitely. Moving minor distances here in this game is pretty god awful. Strafing would be so much better. Okay, what was this trap here for? Battery is actually not that bad. Even though we are not, our life is not tied to that, there's still very convenient for me because I can map the minimap on constantly. Especially it's a game because it looks so god awful. The minimap is pretty much the only way to tell where the hell you're going. I wish the location indicator wasn't arrows, I could tell my face from it too. I think this game has sort of a dynamic lighting system, even though you don't think about it. Shadows changing constantly and all that. And you can turn on lights, turn off the lights. But I don't think it's doing any real favors for the game. So this is a trap for robots. I don't know if it's a single use or if it's something you place on a location and it blocks robots from accessing it. Because if it's a single use, it's hard to imagine where you would actually use it. But if it's something like you need to go somewhere and there's a fairly dangerous area where robots are spawning, basically cover your ass by putting the mine there. They can't bypass it. Or block a robot spawning. Getting uncomfortably low on energy. So we might not reach the elevator, so I think I'll end things here. Doesn't really matter. I can't risk running out of energy fully. That is not an option. Yeah, that's a bit too close for comfort. Just finding the goddamn drink potion. It takes some time. I need to use a medkit. I think I'm using up quite a lot of energy because I'm wounded or carrying so much crap. And we're safe. Turning down the computer so it won't drain me dry. But we need a little bit of fuel. How much do we have? 3. Right, we are almost fully here, so not that big a deal. And we'll end things here. So, pump the terminal here too. 1, 2, 3, 11 levels left. However, I think we could have done this level much faster. Yeah, I got lost here a little bit. I also didn't know how to use the compass. I should have tested when we were closer at the terminal. Does it actually show some kind of a indicator close to the terminal, or does the actual point to the terminal, or is it just north? I suppose maybe the fact that it didn't show anything is an indicator that those areas that I was in with the compass didn't actually have a terminal at all, and maybe then. So it's hard to say. I'll probably test it out later. Doesn't really matter. But again, a confirmation that ignore the excess. We found a lot of items, but ammo for a utility device I don't have, and some grenades which are not effective, you can't use them in a fight. Even shooting the goddamn gun is sort of unreliable. all those fights where I seem to wait a huge amount of time before any shots get fired off, it's not because I'm waiting fire, it's because the game is like, game seems to function like at 2 or a couple of frames per second, and that includes the commands you're giving it. So it just doesn't register things all that quickly, it takes its time. So you usually get shot a couple of times, it takes forever to turn around and all that, so fighting is not why you play the game. You want to avoid as much fighting as possible. So yeah, if I would like to get something as far as looting is concerned, more tools. I regret not buying more tools. Ammunition of every type of tool is worthless. Also, I should have bought more medkits. We just are not seeing them, and damage, even if we avoid fighting, comes at you at a regular basis here and there. You just can't avoid it entirely. That's not possible.